Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. Today, I'm going to be talking about the Los Angeles Angels and the Colorado Rockies game today that happened. As I usually don't do any other MLB post games that don't have to do with the Houston Astros, but this was such an amazing performance by the Los Angeles Angels tonight that I had to talk about this game because number one, this was an incredible performance by the Angels, but I also watched this game and I watched a lot of the runs that the Angels produced. I watched about half of their third inning where they scored 13 runs in the third inning. I think I saw about 6 or 7 runs in the third inning. I saw all the 8 runs in the fourth inning. This was a hell of a performance. Won 25-1. And had 28 hits in the ball game. Just an amazing performance by the Angels. And the Angels kicked the Rockies' asses so bad tonight that after this game, they decided that they were going to trade for Mike Moustakas, a third baseman for the Colorado Rockies. I mean, they felt so bad. They felt so bad that they beat the Rockies like that tonight. They said, "Okay, we're gonna take a pitcher off your hands because we feel bad. Sorry, not a pitcher. We're gonna take a batter off your hands because we feel bad. We're gonna make you we're gonna make you a worse hitting team than you already are, as you're one of the worst teams in the MLB." All jokes, but yeah, literally 30 minutes after this ball game was over, the Rockies and Angels made a trade that sent Mike Moustakas, a nice third baseman who has a 270 batting average this season with 4 home runs and 17 RBIs, to the Angels for a AAA pitcher who's been pretty solid in AAA. I can't remember the guy's name, but it was so funny how they made a trade right after. But the Angels' bats were on fire today. And let's go over their 25 runs in this ball game. I'm going to kind of go over, I'm going to skip the pitchers, the winning and losing pitcher. But the final score was 25-1 and 28 hits for the Angels and 7 for the Rockies. Let's go over it. So they only scored 2. I know this doesn't, for scoring 25 runs in a ball game, you think they would have scored early on, but through 2 innings, they only had 2 runs, which I know that's solid, but for when you scored 25 runs, you would think scoring 25 runs in a ball game, you would get started off early off in the first or second inning. But they started it off in the second inning with David Fletcher, who was fantastic, had 5 RBIs, has been playing in AAA. He got called up tonight in his first game back. And I'm pretty sure he got called up because of injuries. I think Gio Urshela was out, so he got called up. And David Fletcher, in his first at-bat back, would hit a RB. He also hit a home run in this ball game tonight, and he had 5 RBIs. It was fantastic. He singled to left. Escobar, who they just traded for yesterday from the Mets, and Escobar and Renfroe would score, and Moniak to second, and it's 2-0. Then in the third inning, this is what got the game to the point where everybody was starting to take note into this game. As the third inning, the Angels would hit back-to-back home runs, and on 3 pitches, too. On 3 pitches. Trout, home run to center, 451 feet, 3-0. Brandon Drury, home run to left center, 437 feet. Matt Theis, home run to right, 399 feet, and then it is 5-0. Third inning, they keep it going. Taylor Ward, RBI single. Escobar scored. Moniak to third, 6-0. Shohei Ohtani, I got to say, for a game where the Angels scored 25 runs, you would think Ohtani would be more involved. The Angels scored 25 runs as a ball club tonight, and they had 25 RBIs, and Ohtani only had 1 of them. Ohtani was not that good tonight, though. Ohtani was 1 for 7. He was not good. He had that RBI single in the third inning, and that was it for Ohtani. So you would think in a 25-run ball game for the Los Angeles Angels, Ohtani had 5 or 6 RBIs, but Ohtani only had 1 of those 25 RBIs for the Angels tonight, and he had the 7th one with an RBI single that would score Moniak, and it's 7-0. Then Brandon Drury, who was probably the best player in this 25 run game for the Angels tonight. He had 4 RBIs with a 3-for-5 night, and he had an RBI single that would score Ohtani and Ward and Trout to third. It's 9-0. And then Hunter Renfroe, double to right. Theis scored. Trout scored. Drury scored. It's 12-0. Escobar, RBI single. Renfroe scored. 13-0. Third inning, Moniak home run to right center, 409 feet. Escobar scored. 15-0. Fourth inning, Drury single to left. Ward scored. Trout to second. 16-0. Fourth inning again, Theis single to right. Trout scored. Drury to third. 17-0. Fourth inning again, Renfroe, RBI double to center. Drury scored. Theis to third. 18-0. Fourth inning, second home run for Moniak of the day. Not second home run. RBI double for Moniak. A double to right. Theis scored. Renfroe scored. Escobar to third. 20-0. Then David Fletcher would have a home run to left field, 363 feet. Escobar scored, and Moniak scored, 23-0. And Taylor Ward, in their last 2 runs in the 6th and 8th inning, would ground into fielder's choice. Both plays, this is hilarious. Literally the same identical plays. Taylor Ward in the 6th inning grounded into fielder's choice to third. Moniak scored. Fletcher out at second, 24-0. 8th inning, Ward grounded into fielder's choice to third. And Moniak scored. Fletcher out at second. Makes me feel like that's the same play, but because it says they're different innings, I want to think that is a different play, and literally just the same play happened in different innings, but who knows. Let's go over the Angels batters today, as it feels like almost everybody had an RBI. There was only 3 players in the Angels lineup today, including pitch hitters, that did not have an RBI in the lineup for the Angels today. Let's go over Taylor Ward. He had 3 RBIs, going 2 for 6. Had a first inning walk and then had an RBI single in the 3rd inning. Finished the day with 3 RBIs. Shohei Ohtani would go 1 for 7 with 1 RBI. Mike Trout would go 3 for 3 in this ball game. RBI, a single in the 1st inning, a home run in the 3rd inning, and not an RBI single, just a single. So 2 singles and a home run for Trout. Then Brandon Drury, he was amazing for the Angels in this game. He hit a home run in the 3rd inning. He had a RBI single to score Ohtani and Ward in the 3rd inning as well. So he had 2 different at bats in the 3rd inning and knocked in runs on both of them, and then a 4th inning RBI single as well. So 4 RBIs for Brandon Drury in this game. Then Matt Theis, 3 for 6 with 2 RBIs. Matt Theis would go 3 for 6 with a home run in the 3rd inning, a RBI single in the 4th inning. And that would be it for Matt Theis with RBIs today. And for Hunter Renfroe, he was probably one of the best, if not the best, lineup player in the lineup for the Angels today. One of the best. As Hunter Renfroe would end up going 5 for 5. A single in the 2nd inning, a 3rd inning walk, a double to right that scored 3 runs in the 3rd inning, a double to center in the 4th inning that scored 1, a single in the 5th inning, and then an infield single in the 7th inning. So Hunter Renfroe went 5 for 5 with a walk today. Eduardo Escobar making his Angels debut after being traded for yesterday would have a single to right in the 2nd inning, would hit a single, would ground into fielder's choice in the 3rd inning, would have a single in the 3rd inning, just get an RBI, and then would have a walk in the 4th inning. He also scored 4 runs in this ball game, which is the most runs to be scored by an Angels player making their debut in franchise history. And then Moniak was so Hunter Renfroe was 5 for 5. So was Moniak going 5 for 5 as well. Moniak was hit by pitch in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning. Then in the 3rd inning, had a 3rd inning single to center to get Escobar to second. Then in the 3rd inning, a 2-run home run. Then in the 4th inning, a double to right that would score Theis and Renfroe for his 2nd and 3rd RBI. His 3rd and 4th RBI. Then a 6th inning double and a eighth inning double. So yeah, honestly, Moniak was probably the best player in the lineup for the Angels today. Had 3 doubles, had a home run, a single, and did have 4 RBIs as well. So Moniak, and going 5 for 5 with that, Moniak was definitely the best player in the Angels lineup today. And then David Fletcher, returning to the lineup for the Angels today, went 4 for 6 with a second inning single to left to score 2 runs, a home run in the 4th inning to score Escobar and Moniak, so 3 more RBIs, so ended up with 5 RBIs. Then a 6th inning single to right, Moniak to third, and then another single, this one to center, Moniak to third. So that was it for David Fletcher making his return to the lineup. Dominant day for the Los Angeles Angels as they beat the Colorado Rockies 25-1. You guys have more thoughts on the game. That's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.